Hi, I'm Jenny from The Plot, and this is my allotment. Welcome to my lady garden. There's some guy doing some kind of DIY over there, and every time I put the camera on, he starts banging. So you see, he's stopped now. Are you finished? Good. Now, Halloween is over. Now, Halloween is over, is gone, and you'll be pleased to hear, so is the cursed ocarina. But I have a plan to trick the copyright police. So, shh, don't say anything.
By the rocks that I got, I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Southside Bronx.
It's incredibly noisy here at the Plot today for some reason. We've had the guy banging his pipes, we've had planes, we've had weird bird calls, and some guys just started up a motor of some description. I don't know if it's a tractor or a lawnmower or what it is, but he's not stopping, so I'm just gonna plow on. I wanted to come here on Friday, but I had a migraine, which was rubbish. So I haven't been here for a week, but I did manage to get some organic garlic in Sainsbury's. Now I got 3 bulbs for £1, which is not bad. They're quite small, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break them apart and choose the biggest cloves to plant, because big cloves apparently equal a big garlic plant. So let's get on with that. Right, let's get them in the ground. So I don't have any other specific jobs for today, but usually what tends to happen is once you come to the plot, you find things that need doing. So what I thought I'd do is give you a little tour, maybe show you some things that I haven't shown you before, and see if there's anything that needs to be done. So here we are at the front of the plot. This is the bed where the sweet corn came from. I can't see any green manure growing yet, but I have discovered quite a lot of this stuff, which is couch grass. Now every plot has its weed demon. Thankfully, I don't think we've got any bindweed, but we do have couch grass, and I also get a lot of thistles, but I think I'm staying on top of that one. Next to the right, we have the pumpkin bed, which is now Nasturtium City. And at the very front of the plot, let's see if I can put you down so you can see it. We've got some borage. Now Barbara gave me this borage, and it's only just started to flower. It's rather lovely. It's an annual, but apparently it self-seeds, so I'm hoping that we might get some more of this next year. Next to the borage, we have a toad house that I built for a little toad that kept reappearing on our plot, and this was where he liked to hide the most. So we built a little shelter over his sort of hole, and we called him Siegfried. So there it is, and I've let the weeds just sort of grow up a little bit around it to give him some shelter. Look at the nasturtiums. Aren't they stunning? We carry on further down, the brassicas you've already seen. Probably need to do a little bit more tidying up in there. What was the courgette bed with another nasturtium that's definitely perked up since it's got a bit more space. No sign of any mustard yet though, so we'll wait and see. Then behind the brassicas we've got the new garlic bed, and here are our parsnips and our leeks. These leeks are amazing. They have survived against the odds. Despite of all my efforts, they have survived. When I planted them out, they looked like little green toothpicks. So quite how they've grown, it's a bit of a mystery to me, but they've done it. Gardening is magic. There are actually some more leeks in amongst all these parsnips, but they've not done so well. I don't know if you can see that. They're very thin and weedy, and I guess it's because they haven't had as much light. Because the parsnips grew so big and bushy, I didn't expect the parsnips to grow, to be honest. It was old seed that I planted, and most gardeners would agree that for parsnips you have to use fresh seed every single year. Well, I didn't. I broke the rules. I flung it in the ground thinking nothing would come of it. Just goes to show that you never know, and that sometimes you can break the rules and Mother Nature just makes it work. So we've got loads of parsnips. I've no idea what they're like. I'm not going to harvest them yet because I think you're supposed to wait for a hard frost, which makes them sweeter. So I'm going to harvest them sometime in the winter. But, I mean, they've done really, really well. And we've got acres of them. So moving on from the parsnip forest, behind the garlic, that's where our beetroot were. No sign of any green manure yet. And to the right of the beetroot, this was our potato bed, where we did plant some green manure, but not very much has come of it, to be honest. I think that might be some vetch in the middle. but that's basically it. It's not done very well. I'm not sure why. I think I'll just have to put some real manure on it and hope for the best next year. So these are all our annual beds, 8 annual beds. Annuals are things that die every year and you have to resow them. Then we move on to our perennial beds. Perennials are things that come back year after year after year, which mostly, I think I've already shown you. So there's our asparagus slash calendula. And then right at the front, there's our raspberries and marigolds. And then the rhubarb bed at the front. Now, Chumbawamba has been doing something weird. Let me show you. Here he is in all his glory. But wait, what is that? Is that a rhubarb flower? And what should I do about it? Should I cut it off? I'm slightly mystified. Any advice? Comments down below, please. And the strawberry that I planted in the rhubarb bed seems to have been munched rather severely. Let me bring you down to our level. Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's still alive. It's still got some green leaves, but it's definitely been eaten by something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some strulch around it to see if that will deter the slugs and the snails. So let's do that now. So strulch is a mineralised straw mixture. It's quite expensive, and but it does last for a very long time. And I found it to be quite good for deterring slugs and snails. Not everyone agrees, everyone has their own method, but I find it's been quite useful. So I'm going to pop some around the strawberry plant and hope that it protects it a little bit. I think that'll do the trick. The last thing I wanted to show you, hiding away at the back of the plot, is this. And this is the comfrey planter. The first thing we did when we got the plot was we covered the whole lot in weed membrane because there was such a lot of grass and weeds, and we wanted to kill those off before we started digging. However, when I took the weed membrane off, there was a strange rope-like plant that was still growing. And once the covers had been off for a couple of days, it started to green up and get leaves. Well, I did the old Google lens on it, and it turned out it was comfrey, and it had been growing for about 3 months under the weed membrane. And I thought any plant that wants to live that much deserves a chance. So I dug it up, and boy, the roots are enormous. And popped it in this planter that I got free on Facebook Marketplace. There's no bottom to this planter, so the roots can go right down into the ground. And it's done really, really well. I mean, it needs a bit of tidying up at the moment. There's a lot of brown leaves that just need to be cleared. But comfrey's brilliant for putting in your compost. You can make fertilizer with it the same way you do with nettles. So it's an absolutely fantastic plant. It hasn't flowered this year at all. I think it's just been kind of recuperating from being covered up and then moved. But no, it's done really well, so I'm very, very happy with it. and hopefully we'll be able to use it a lot next year. So that's it for today from my lady garden. If anyone knows what I should do about that weird rhubarb emanation, please let me know. In the meantime, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.